Hi everybody, how are you doing? It's me, Elizabeth, and I wanted to do a quick check-in for you, an energy update as it is July 1st. Happy July to everybody. So just a message as we're going into the weekend. I have something special planned for all signs that I'm gonna do tomorrow. I believe I will do it tomorrow night. And I'm still working on your July monthlies, but this is just going to be a quick check-in for everyone using some oracle energy as we kick off the month of July. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you to the guides. And this message will be for Friday. We'll say Friday the 2nd and Saturday the 3rd. So a quick message for everybody. Okay, here we go. Let's see where we go with this. So as we head into 4th of July weekend, ooh, we get mediumship. So messages coming in. Some of you are really communicating with the spiritual realms, with the spirit world in particular. So your loved ones who may have passed on, this is such a beautiful energy. This is the fractal deck that I don't use very often, but I really, really love it. It's showing where you're opening up channels of communication. So some of your loved ones in heaven who have passed on in the spirit world may really trying to be communicating something to you. And also I see this as your ability to be that medium, the medium between the upper realms and the lower realms that we find ourselves in, bringing in important messages. So I love that. Simplicity and rejuvenation. Yeah, not overcomplicating things. Keeping things very simple. Going back to basics is something that I'm hearing. Just getting back to basics. What are your needs? What are your desires? And just going back to basics, not overcomplicating things. I'm hearing like some of your ancestors may be coming in to talk about the way that they lived their lives and how they did come from simpler times. Even for you, remembering times that were more simple, perhaps when you found yourselves being more content, more relaxed even because of this need for rejuvenation, that perhaps there's been this energy of like things just feel really complicated. The answers aren't simple anymore. Everything feels so much more complex. That there's just layers and layers and layers to things. So really getting back to basics and taking the time to like see what is the most necessary in your life. And I'm just like hearing grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, this energy of this mediumship. They're coming in to say like, you know, how they lived during the times that they lived in may have been complicated as well. They had wars, they had plagues, they had, you know, very, very challenging times, but things just felt more simple. So I'm just feeling that as a very, very strong message of getting back to basics and really allowing yourself to like unravel things and just keep things sort of simple so that you have time to feel more rejuvenated, more relaxed. Maybe this is like the constant need to have to do to constantly be manifesting or pushing something forward or doing something. I get caught up in that too. But just like keeping it simple, you know, really, really simple, the way that perhaps like your ancestors did it. So that's a message for some of you, okay? And maybe that resonates. So thank you to our ancestors because I'm feeling their energy here tonight. We get a paradigm shift and reassurance of the golden light. We are in changing times. We really are in changing times. We're seeing systems like holding on for dear life. They know that they're coming to the end of their time. Structures, systems. 2021 is the year of the Hierophant, number 5, which is the paradigm. It's structures, it's bureaucracies, it's institutions that have been around for a very long time. And we are in this day and age where we feel the shift is coming. The reassurance of the golden light into this sort of golden age, if you will. Sort of golden age where things will become very simple once again. I see it as a time where things are very advanced spiritually and technologically speaking. The lighter side of the age of Aquarius, as opposed to the darker side of the age of Aquarius where everything becomes artificial. That there is this paradigm shift that's happening, and a return to simplicity, the golden light. So that could be an energy that perhaps you're feeling. I did have a dream a few weeks ago, and golden light was a theme of that dream, and I found myself walking through these halls, very, very open halls, lots of marble. And there were hundreds and hundreds of people in this hall just sort of walking. It was very echoey. And like I said, lots of marble and columns, and it was very airy. It was an open air place. And there was a golden light that came down upon everybody who was walking through it. And I was with some people like from Sedona, and there was a giant sort of hush inside of this, this place that we were in. And it was very healing, and we knew that something very important was happening. So anyway, the golden light is very healing, a number 36, and then paradigm shift is a number 4. 2020 was a 4 year. That 2020 vision, you know, of having a new vision. Like I said, you guys, back to basics, really and truly back to basics. So the energy of July hopefully brings a lot of rejuvenation. It may hopefully feels like a simpler month energetically. Maybe you're getting to slow down, like on a more mundane level, getting to slow down and enjoy some quality time with your family, with your friends, with yourself. I'm having a bit of a slowdown this month, and I'm very happy for that. And we get the energy of intuition coming out. The energy of intuition supports our ability to conceive the subtle language of the realms beyond the three-dimensional reality. So for many of you, this is about moving more fully into your 5D spiritual life and mission, getting that one foot like firmly planted there, while still being able to keep your other foot firmly planted in the 3D so that you can experience, you know, what's happening in the 3D, because that's important too as we're making this shift. I love this very, very light blue color here of the intuition. It's just really beautiful. Your third eye. Also the throat chakra being highlighted here, that baby blue, really airy, really light. So we got 36, 4, and 27, if those numbers mean anything to you. The energy of intuition supports our ability to conceive the subtle language. So even with the mediumship, it's like subtle languages that are being spoken to us. You could be a medium between the earth, Gaia, you know, and people. So you could be channeling messages from anywhere, really. So it's also about where you're channeling your messages from. It's the subtle language. So there's a subtle language that wants to be spoken to us, and perhaps it's more simple than we thought, you know. It doesn't have to be so complicated. Yeah, so really beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck is interesting. We get 2 chakras at the bottom of the deck, the heart chakra and the throat chakra. So number 4 again, and number 5. Beautiful. Heart chakra and throat chakra for the month of July. We'll just say it's the beginning of July, and you can see how it's really nice because it, the green and the blue and the sort of violet, some of the orange is even highlighted in this card of rejuvenation. So part of being able to tap into our intuition is going to be about like really taking a step back from all of the things that are so complex and so complicated in this world right now, and taking time to rest. It's so important. You don't have to be like forced to do the things constantly. You deserve to rest. You deserve to take care of yourself. You deserve to just sit in silence and be quiet. You deserve that. So we get fourth chakra. The energy of the heart chakra supports our inner guidance system, which is governed by our heart and the capacity to love deeply. There could be a rejuvenation around love, around relationship. And then the fifth chakra, the energy of the throat chakra, supports our ability to communicate clearly and truthfully. So these two chakras really being highlighted here, which I love. It's beautiful energy, you guys. Really, really nice. Let's see. I wanted to kind of keep this short and just get like a hello July message. So let's see. I'm going to use the Water Crystal Oracle by Dr. Masaru Emoto, who did all of that research and came out with a lot of really groundbreaking, water-breaking information about water. Since we're in Cancer season and the energy of the heart chakra is coming out, let's get a water crystal. And if you guys are interested in his work, there's documentaries about the work that he did, and these water crystals are really beautiful. And so they're very, very simple messages. So let's get a few. Nice. We get the energy of spring water here. So this is what the water crystal looks like. You're welcome to take a screenshot of it. So I feel like this is talking about the water that we drink. Sambu ichi is the Japanese word for spring water. Sambu ichi yushi, spring water. So purified water maybe isn't the way for you to go this July. Maybe you need the minerals that are inside of this spring water. So if you have a local spring, maybe you don't want to buy spring water out of plastic, but if you have a local spring, maybe taking a trip there, you know, and drinking spring water this month. And then we get the energy of winter, and that is like the energy of rejuvenation. You know, it's where everything's just like quiet. Everything is still. You know, there's during the winter, it's where we can be very reflective. And I feel like we're in the middle of 2021, like right in the middle of 2021, and the energy of winter is coming out. So it's interesting because it's actually summer, but the reverse is coming out of winter. So like simplicity, like think about like that first snowfall when it falls and everything's just covered in white and it's so quiet and silent and simple. And you may be able to take a snow day, right? And just stay home. And it feels like, oh, I'm just going to have a cup of hot cocoa and put my slippers on, or take a walk in the quiet in the snow. It feels very simple, very reflective. And that alone is enough to like rejuvenate your spirit, rejuvenate your soul. It connects you in even with like this intuition, you know, of this light, clear, beautiful blue, this baby blue. It's so simple, the energy of winter. So I really love that too. And let's get one more. Here we go. So we get Spirit, and this is a power card of Spirit. I'm feeling like this is our spirit inside of us, inspiration, the spirit within, needing to be rejuvenated a bit. That, I don't know, there's sort of this energy of losing touch with that, perhaps. So crown chakra energy, but also the spirit inside of us, that it is very simple. Our spirit is simple. It doesn't really require a whole lot. You know, it doesn't have a whole lot of needs. It just wants to be acknowledged, and it just wants to be heard. Like, it wants us to know that it's there. It's not separate from us. So with the paradigm shift too, you know, it is very simple. Like, it's nothing very complex. It's a very, very simple energy. It's clean. It's clear. It's connected. Our spirit wants to come in to offer us rejuvenation as well. See that? A lot of people have lost their connection with their intuition, and they are doing things that they know they don't want to do. Going against their own intuition. And this really is that connection to spirit, the reassurance of the golden light. So I know it may be hard for some of you. We're sort of all going through it, like watching some of the people that we love and care about do things that aren't in their best interest at this time, succumbing to a lot of fear and a lot of the programming, you know, of this darker agenda, this false matrix, false light. I'm seeing this here as like a false light, and like she has an idea that this is false light, the energy of 2020, but that this isn't the false light here, you know? It's sort of like breaking through that program. It's getting really simple again. It's listening to our ancestors, the ones that came before us, the ones that, you know, they've been through a lot of what we are going through, the war, the strife, food shortages, the Dust Bowl, let's just say, the drought, record heats and record temperatures. They've been through all of it. They have something to say to us, and they're speaking to us through our heart. First and foremost, they're speaking to us through our heart. So the heart has to be fully open, and it has to be open to receive those messages, the heart. The throat chakra is actually where you can hear spirit. So your clairaudience comes through your throat chakra, 5th chakra, your throat chakra. So first it's like a feeling in the heart, and then you're actually able to hear through your throat chakra. So that's why this is really important as well. Breathing, your lungs, simplicity, again, returning to simplicity. There's so much information out there that wants to keep you in a state of confusion, panic, fear. If I don't do this, then this will happen. If I, you know, it's even peer pressure from what your peers are doing. I'm feeling like it's getting simple, even turning off some of your social media for a while and just retreating in to listen. The energy of winter, retreating inwards to listen. And this energy of spring water is also about detoxing, purifying, clearing, drinking plenty of water. Water is a medium in itself. Water holds memory. So this energy of the spring water, it's about drinking water that's coming from a spring. It's the same water that your ancestors drank. Think about that, because it's recycled all over the world. The spring water, it's the water of your ancestors, and that there's rejuvenation in that. And now I'm like, okay, I'm going to be making a trip up to the spring to go fill up my water bottles instead of maybe going to the water store. I'll take a trip up the mountain to the spring. So anyway, this is a more spiritual reading because of the decks that I pulled out. I'm not even using any tarot. I just wanted to sort of get a message. And I definitely think this is for certain people who are kind of like wanting to get back to basics in their life and not follow the crowd and go against the grain I definitely think that 2020 was a year of where we saw what was false light, and what was connected into the matrix and what was not. And this year, it's about the reassurance of the golden light. So for those of you on this path of truth, the truth warriors, I really commend you, the ones that are really speaking out, and perhaps getting banned and getting your channels taken down and all of that. This is where you're being reassured that you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, inspired by spirit, your spirit within. It really wants to like be acknowledged and seen and heard. So I feel like you are being offered the gift of rejuvenation. And purification. So you guys, that was the message. I hope that you enjoyed this. Take really, really good care, and I will talk to you all soon. Okay, namaste.